Hey everyone, it's Matthew here at Earthworks. I want to tell you a little bit about some of the houseplants that just arrived. We are always getting in new houseplants, and I'm always looking for unusual, strange, and hard to find plants. So we got some fun ones in this time. I'm going to start with a lot of plants here in the beginning of this clip that you're probably already familiar with, but I did get some really good looking string of pearls in. They are completely covering their baskets here, so I have them in little baskets and they are beginning to trail out. Actually, there are some trailers, but we just have them all tucked in there. But I wanted to talk a lot about these Haworthia. There's a couple Gasteria mixed in here too. And I know a lot of you have been growing houseplants for some time now, but sometimes we have these spots in our house that are just like, we think would be perfect for a plant, but the plant doesn't like that spot and we just kind of give up on that really cool spot in the house. So I want to tell you about the Haworthias. Although they're small now, they will get quite large, and you can group them together to have like a higher impact rather than just having one plant. So what I'll do is I have run to a store that will sell plates, for example, or you can use a tray or a saucer that you already have and then do a grouping of them on top of that plate or saucer or whatever it is that you have, to create a barrier between the furniture and the plants themselves. But these Haworthia are one of the lowest maintenance plants you can grow either indoors or outdoors. And there's like 5 or 6 different varieties here. Each one flowers. They will make a spike upwards of a foot, sometimes almost 2 feet long, a long skinny spike with little tiny white flowers that trail out pendulously, which is really, really cool. They're very charming. But what's the coolest thing about this plant is they like it dark, dim, they can take bright light, but they can take some of the darkest, dimmest places in the house. And they also love dry air, which the house provides because we have our air conditioning on in the summer and maybe heat in the winter. So they love the dry, arid, low humidity, and the dimness that our house provides. I have some in the Haworthias and some of the Gasterias I've had for years. I water them sparingly, maybe once every other month, maybe every 2 months. They don't care. You'll know when they're thirsty. They might get a little puckery looking, but they can go for weeks and weeks and weeks on end without any care. And I have some of these for years, not from anything that I've done. It's just the lack of doing, which actually makes them thrive. I will admit to you, I killed a very old one time by over loving it. I brought it in, this was years ago, I watered it too often and the roots rotted and I lost the whole thing. So just be very sparing. When I say once a month, once every other month, I'm not exaggerating. That's what their cycle requires. So give these a try if you haven't. I have 90 of them in right now. They just came in yesterday. We did get some other assorted succulents as well. We got some beautiful Calathea, Lancifolia. These guys are coming in quite large in the 6-inch containers. So if you are a fan of the Calathea, these Lancifolias are very attractive. They're very healthy. Just arrived yesterday. I got a dozen of those in. Here's another one I'm going to try and bring in more often. This is in the asparagus family, not the edible, although they are cousins, but not an edible asparagus, but like a foxtail fern you may be familiar with, or the Springeri asparagus, which is kind of a weed. This is a very lovely, upright, and then eventually arcing Ming Asparagus, M-I-N-G. It's got these lovely fern-like plumes on very slender stalks, and these will get quite large over time if you put them in larger containers or plant them in the ground. They'll grow right in the ground here in Jacksonville. We actually have one planted here at the garden center. But these are a really easy, low maintenance, very, they survive on neglect. Very simple, kind of a bright indirect light for these. They can go down into some pretty shady situations as well. And they will prefer just a little bit more moisture, but still being allowed to dry out really well in between their waterings. But this is an easy one to grow. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, we also got in some assorted Alocasias. We got some new varieties we haven't got in. When they send them to us in the assorted packs, they are not named, but we do have some really fun textures, colors, different stems on these Alocasias. We got in, for the first time, the largest sized Philodendron Goeldii that we've ever had. These, you can see my hand. These leaves are gigantic. These are in 8-inch containers. Really nice plants. When I opened the box, well, the box came in, it was much larger than I expected. I didn't realize they're going to be this big. But these are all in one box, and these, for the price, are really, really good looking plants. We got a new crop of the Rapidophora, the dragon tail, not the Rapidophora, the dragon tail, 6-inch and 4-inch, very robust. The 6-inch already showing their split leaves, which is really nice. We got them already trailing out of the pots. Very, very lovely plants. I want to talk a little bit too about some of these philodendrons. We have the Philodendron Eva, or Eva. These are a great trailing, climbing, vining philodendron, and I have probably like 30 of these right now. These would look great in a pot with like a moss pole or some kind of trellis, give them something to climb on, but these are very low care, just like your other philodendrons, low maintenance, and they're really dramatic, and they have several spikes of growth coming off of the single plant, so you can really get these going onto a trellis or attached to a moss pole, something that you want to bring some elevation into your houseplant collection. These things will take off. Get them, they're ready to go into bigger containers right away. We got roots growing out of the pot, so please take some of these guys home. They're only $12. I mean, this is a great price for this size plant. Also have some of their cousins over here in the bright yellow. Lots of trailing philodendrons in right now. These are gorgeous. So come in, check these out. Really good prices on these too. Stunning plants. We have the Philodendron Fuzzy Petiole. You have to get real close to see that texture there, but we got these fuzzy stems here at the base of the leaves. Lots of texture, kind of funky. The leaves on these will get larger too as the plant matures. These are in 6-inch containers, but these will give you trailing action as well. We still have plenty of these really nice Cebu Blue Pothos, kind of that silvery blue-green foliage, nice trailers right here. Great in hanging baskets or in containers trailing over a shelf. Come in, check them out, you guys. We got a really good selection right now. Oh, there's one more plant. I almost forgot. One more plant. I've never seen it before. It's the Peperomia Raindrop. When I was first opening the box, I thought they mistakenly put in the Petiole Philodendron. But this is the Peperomia Raindrop. Very unique. It has kind of those roundish leaves, but a very nice, comes to a slender point here, which is different than the Petiole. Super cool, vertical, upright stems in the center. What I think is kind of fun about it, it's got the different size leaves. So the older leaves are larger, and then you got some medium, and then some really small leaves. It's got a really nice look to it. In just the right pot, this can be really dramatic anywhere in the house or outdoors in lower light. Treat it like other peperomias. We got these in 6-inch containers right now. Keep watching our videos. We're always bringing in new stuff. Share, like, comment below, ask us questions, come on in anytime. Until next time.